Darling, most people think financially smart women are born that way. They imagine spreadsheets, economics degrees, and women who say asset allocation before coffee as if they were raised in a boardroom. Nonsense. I once knew a woman, let's call her Claire. Claire looked rich in every direction. 6-figure salary, beautiful apartment, candles that cost more than groceries. A wardrobe whispering, "I make excellent decisions." She could discuss inflation at brunch with a glass of Sancerre in her hand. She could recommend boutique hotels in 3 countries. Darling, if you met her, you would assume she had everything under control. And yet. One Tuesday morning, Claire opened her banking app and went silent. Her car needed a $3,000 repair. A boring mechanical problem. Not dramatic, not unusual, just life. She didn't have it, not in savings and not in checking, not anywhere civilized. She had to call her parents for a loan. While wearing a $500 silk blouse and sitting on a sofa that cost more than a small car. That, darling, is not a money problem. That is a habits problem, wearing expensive perfume. It is what I call high-income poverty. And the most dangerous part? It doesn't feel like failure. It feels like success, right until the moment reality interrupts. Because the women who are quietly becoming wealthy are not always smarter than Claire. They simply do small things differently. 8 tiny habits, almost invisible, repeated often. Today I'll show you the exact habits that made me financially dangerous. And the last one? It is how people buy back years of their life, not days. Years. I'll show you the 8 tiny habits that separate people who look successful from people who quietly become wealthy. Not budgeting tricks, not stock picking fantasies, not waking up at 4 a.m. to journal beside a lemon. Small systems, repeated often. So simple they look unimportant. And that is precisely why they work. Because most people do something far more expensive. They avoid money. They treat their bank account like a haunted house. They know it's there, but they would rather not go inside. They spend first and figure it out later. A sentence that sounds harmless until you realize it quietly creates debt, stress, and years of delay. And here's the part nobody tells you. Every time you figure it out later, you're borrowing from your future self. They say, "I'm bad with numbers." Curious. The same people can split a dinner bill 6 ways, calculate a 20% tip instantly, and detect a 30% discount from across the street. So no, darling, this is not a math problem. It is avoidance. And avoidance has a cost. Not immediately. That would be too easy. It shows up slowly. In smaller savings, higher stress, fewer options, and while you are not looking at your money is quietly shaping your life. Here's the shift Claire never understood. Financial literacy is not knowing everything. It is knowing the next right move. You don't need to understand hedge funds this week. You need to understand 4 things. What came in, what went out, what grows, what leaks. That alone puts you ahead of most people. Because most people operate on feeling, not facts. And feelings are very expensive financial advisors. Habit 1, the 60-second check. Open your banking app once a day. No panic and no guilt, just awareness. Claire lived in a fog of, "I think I'm fine." But wealth is built on measurement, because what gets watched improves, and what gets ignored compounds. If you ignore $50 a month, that's $600 a year. 5 years later, $3,000. The exact number Claire didn't have. Small numbers don't feel dangerous. That's why they are. Habit 2. Learn one money. Word a week. A PR, ETF. Inflation. Compounding. 1 word per week. Because the financial world is full of polite traps. If you understand APR, a $0 today offer stops looking free. If you understand inflation, you realize your money is quietly shrinking. If you understand compounding, you realize time is not passing, it is multiplying. And this is where everything changes. Because once you understand how money works, it becomes much harder for someone else to use it against you. Habit 3. Follow one number weekly. Choose one number. Your net worth, your savings rate, your debt. Watch it every week, because financially careless people watch random numbers. Financially literate people watch the numbers that matter. Claire knew the price of every designer shoe, but not her net worth. That is how adults stay financially young. When you track one number, you start seeing patterns, and patterns reveal truth. And once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Habit 4. Match the goal to the time. Before you move money, ask, when do I need it? 6 months? Protect it. 10 years? Grow it. 20 years? Let time work. $1,000 at 8% for 20 years becomes over $4,600. The same $1,000 in cash barely changes. That difference is not effort. It is understanding. And this is where most people quietly lose years. Not because they made one big mistake, but because they made small mismatches repeatedly. Habit 5. Read your money like a story. Your bank statement is not a list. It is a mirror. It shows what you actually prioritize. Claire believed she valued freedom. Her statement suggested convenience, impulse, comfort. She was paying for ease and living with pressure. And that contradiction is expensive because your money doesn't lie. It simply records. Habit 6. Understand saving versus investing. Saving protects you. Investing grows you. Saving is for stability. Investing is for your future. $10,000 in cash for 20 years loses almost half its value. That's not safety. That's slow loss. And slow loss is dangerous because it never feels urgent until it suddenly is. Habit 7. Understand what money is for. Money is not for things. It is for outcomes. Time, freedom, options. Claire bought things that looked impressive, but she couldn't take time off. She couldn't solve a $3,000 problem. That is the difference. Not income, function. Because real wealth is not what you can buy. It is what you don't have to worry about. Habit 8. Connect every decision. Every financial decision is connected. A $450 car payment? $5,400 a year. $27,000 in 5 years. Invested at 8%? Over $40,000. That is not a car. That is lost freedom. Claire didn't fail because she was careless. She failed because she saw decisions separately. And the moment you connect them, everything becomes obvious. Rich people are not always smarter, darling. They are simply less accidental. Claire eventually learned. It took a broken car and a broken illusion. But she learned. The last time I saw her, she wasn't wearing designer labels, but she had something far more rare. Calm, no debt, no panic, no pretending. That is real wealth. Claire didn't change her income. She changed how money moved through her life. Pick 2 habits today, not 8. 2. 1 to observe, 1 to apply. Repeat them for 30 days. Because financial literacy is not a breakthrough. It is a pattern. And once that pattern begins, your life begins to follow it. Your next wealthy decision will feel small. That is exactly why it matters.